There's a mastery. He's done been brought up by the dungeons. He's not going to be much fairer to us than anybody else. The journey. What was your regrets when Daria fell? I don't think I really regretted anything. I think it was the power to change the world and to rid of all evil. To rid evil was your master plan, wasn't it? My plan was to establish a team of angelic warriors and defeat a demonic witchery that was like so bad that the only choice we had was to just wipe out the whole fucking place. We really don't have a choice after that. I mean, a couple years from now, we're gonna wake up and we're all gonna be like, our forefathers fought a war my grandfather couldn't explain. Try to explain to a 5-year-old that your daughter is dead because of Zarian, princership. How do you tell your kids they died in an angelical supernatural war? A supernatural demonic sea? Going to the natural circle for help? Nobody's ever done that in 10,000 years. And then he won't even fucking help us. I wonder sometimes about my life. About how the Queen is never seen. I barely doubt that they'll have enough time or energy to suffice for what they've accomplished. You see, because in my world, we always believed in naysayers and horrors and people to mess around with you and get across your mind. Never the natural circle helping from Raziel, the high angel. And God himself would strike me down. I've been given the angelical signs, runes they might call them. I've been given the sword of Hades and some other stuff. Not to mention my beastly looks and my incredible strength. Nothing ever goes away in this world. Except the demons. They return every year. What is your master plan? To keep here for a few more years, settle down until the next war opens up. The war is already going on. I was being hysterical. War never ends. If I took a brick and busted my son's head open with it, and then my son told my father, and my father called the cops, but my father turned around and shot 2 cops, and some more cops came and arrested my dad and put me in juvenile. Let's say I escaped juvenile, became a mass murderer. My family lineage would be murderers. See how fast the war starts? Something as simply as hitting someone with a brick. You have to understand these concepts, these terminologies, these people, the vile intent. Evil is everywhere. It can be woven into the very fabric of these forests. It can be woven into the very hearts and souls of minds. It does not mean I'm a bad person. It means that I have acquired a nature, a power so delightful, so intimate, that no one comes across it. That brick symbolizes evil in the sense that when it is struck across someone's head, that fucking brick will no longer be an interpretation for a dead man. It will be a symbol like the Nazis. I mean, who still praises Nazi Germany? Unless you're Jojo Rabbit. I believe in plenty of people. The naysayers, the high sayers. They're all there, doing a mission for me. But do I wonder? Someday you're going to look at me and you're going to say, he was a great man. I don't want anyone tearing that legacy apart. The Dungeon Seas. It's been a while. It's been about 400 years. Reminds me of the Nile River. It is a place where they told us to stand. You know, there's never really a war until someone says something. I don't say why I came, or why the world is distinguished. I don't really know why. Just do what they do. Say per se. Really not in my interest, but you know, I could stand still. I could elaborate. I could be a personality issue, but you know, that's just never gonna work out. So I came here to try to find, you know, some sort of solace. And lately, it's been doing pretty well. I can't really complain. With nothing much else to gain, I was wondering, we fought a war. Thousands. We fought a war for thousands of years, and we didn't win anything. Spellbinding muscles, the turbans, the people. And I've been here for a couple years and, you know, designed the theory that some people just don't want to stop evil. It's in the very nature. They're very hard sayers. I don't believe in having people die. I hate seeing death. Sure, I've killed quite a few demons and a few thousand angels, but there's something in the hearts of everyone's mind that no one sees. I believe in time. Time's always brought us together. The darkest times, the darkest minds. Used to give great speeches. What happened to that? I let go of my speeches. I told them it was no matter worthy. Why speak of the great times when war is upon us? Positivity is a notion. It's not well given. It's played with. It's consolidated. It's told in a manner that's no longer worthy. I mean, you hardly see me ever going anywhere without being tortured or demoted or deplied. The very second that my sister was told that the world was going to end, she fled. She became an angel. In the Battle of Wandaria, I watched as my sister fell, was eradicated by the witch demons. She was her sister. That's why I want to fucking kill him. That's why I want to kill all the bastards. That's why there's still a war. Are you proposing that you live because of a fallen entity? I live to kill. And there's really nothing else you can say about it. I've been here for generations. Nothing's gonna change. Nothing's gonna pop up out of the blue. No one's gonna put a hand down and say, oh my God, let me save you. There's no such thing as a savior. Maybe at one point when Jesus walked the earth, there was a savior, but nowadays we look to our own intuition. You'll go to hell for that. Raziel will strike you down. I don't give a damn about Raziel. He's no help to us. And if you continually spellbindingly await his chances, you will die. No one is out to help us. We are on our own. We are rogue warriors. How much more paradox do you need? I thought something of assumptions. I don't think that you really understand how far we've come. I fought 5 wars. Obliterated a fucking country. No one's coming to our help. The very demon inside of me crawls out to the very night. No one is helping us. Fucking seas across the 7 oceans. The ships are dead. It's a broken war. And my wife is nowhere to be seen in 1,000 years. It's amazing when you have 10,000 concubines. You didn't think she knew? You are acting like a madman. Pull yourself together. I will pull myself together when the witches are dead. When the fuckers are dead. I will lay down my red sword and I will perish under the stars of 1,000 fires. You watch out for my legacy. You depend upon it. You eradicate a nation and you start a war. There's nothing else there. Nothing. Everything is depleted, tossed out, scattered aside to make amends in the very ocean of life. Where are we? But yet dead in the centuries of people. I really don't think you have any initiation, any forethought, any betrothed souls. When we fought at Wandaria, what was the response? I am dead, I am dead. I will serve until the dead arise. The demons and the angels and the ghosts, they're gone. The very concept of resurgence or a reincarnation is dead. They broke down our halls. They've taken the very life out of these forests and cast it upon an evil. I don't have to be here, but I chose it. I fought a war. Every day I wake up with a sword in my hand, ready to slay a demon. You know how fucking hard that is. When the paradox is over, the world will crumble. There's no one else, mate. It's a symbol of our forgotten darkness. And 10,000 years down the line, when no one else is out there, and everyone else has lost their minds and betrayed a very sense of nature, you don't honestly think that some people would take apart their very suffixes? I mean, I know I would. Determined to please a nation that no one ever knew existed. As a matter of fact, maybe I'm depleting myself. Maybe I'm just dead. You've been through a lot. Don't give me that shit. I've been through more than just a war. More than just a sellout. More than just someone to mess around with. I've been a warrior my whole life. I just want something different. Something to change my perspective. Something to rid the world. When my angels came, they called upon a warrior. They told me no one else was worthy. No one else was gonna take the cut. Was gonna rise up and be a warrior. Quite frankly, I think I'm dead. Dead to the 7 Isles and dead to you. That's all that matters.